One of the new elements that we have in the two new community gardens, Sheer Park and Eastview Garden, are the raised garden beds. These are available for anybody who may have some accessibility needs. They're designed so people can sit on the edge and reach over and garden a little more comfortably. So if you have any issues bending over, or maybe you're using a wheelchair, please ask Service Barrie if one of these are available for you. They're reserved for people with accessible needs from the beginning, and then if they're not rented by June, then we open them up to the rest of the public. So we have 4 allotment gardens currently in the city of Barrie. We have the Sunnydale Community Garden, the Sheer Park Community Garden, where we're standing right now. We have the Eastview Community Garden, which just opened last fall, and the other one is the Golden Meadow Park Community Garden. Community gardens in Barrie are focused around an allotment approach. We have 4 gardens currently, and they offer an opportunity for people to come and rent a garden plot for the season for $20 for a single plot, $50 for a double plot. The allotment model is based upon renting the plot for your own private use. This is important to understand because some people think when they hear community gardens that it means anybody can come and help themselves to the produce that is growing in the community garden. This is not the case. These are allotment rental gardens. If you take from the garden, you're taking somebody's private food. It's an annual fee that people can contact Service Barrie, and they can pay it through a check to Service Barrie. They do have to sign a registration form, but it can be done all online or by mail right now. So normally it is a case you rent the garden plot, and it's up to you to come and maintain your plot and do what you want to do in your plot all season long. We do ask that there is a garden lead that is identified by the gardeners, so they become the coordinator and they become the liaison with the city. So when there's questions, there's still a way to get some assistance and support for the city, but mostly the gardens are run by that community garden lead, and the gardeners look after their own plots themselves. It's very independent. This year, we've implemented a special program where we've asked the gardeners with the even-numbered plots to come in on the even days, and the ones with the odd numbers to come in on the odd days, just to help spread them out a little bit more. We've also asked gardeners to sign a newer form that includes the COVID-19 health protocols that we receive guidelines for from the Simcoe Muskoka District Health Unit. We've erected a sign on the back of the community garden sign which lists those recommendations, and we ask people to acknowledge them and follow them. Very sensible things like maintaining your physical distancing, bringing some hot soapy water with you to the garden in a thermos so that you can wash your hands. We have currently locked the garden sheds, so there's no sharing of tools. There's no water turned on at the moment because we are early in the system. We are planning to open up the water once we are past the danger of frost, and this will be the point where multiple hands might touch that source. So this is where we're asking people to wash your hands before and after use, or wear gloves, and just practice caution. That way you can look after your health. Right now it's just a trust system. So that's one of the things that we've had some concerns about in the past, and we've been looking at it. We're not having a usual year this year because of the COVID-19, but we are asking people to go ahead on the trust system. We started in Sunnydale Park and erected a fence for the Sunnydale Park Garden. We find that does not prevent theft of garden produce. People still can get in if they really want to, and we found it was more difficult to maintain. This way, we find our gardeners do experience some loss of produce, but the exchange is that we have the city maintain the gardens, and they look very nice, and they become a really attractive part of the park as a whole. We do the mowing around the gardens, which helps keep it tidy. We do nothing in the privately rented plots. People can submit an application to the city to apply to construct a community garden. It has to be all community-based funding to make it happen. So the city basically acts as a landlord offering the land, and it's the community that comes forward with the money and builds the actual garden. People can go directly to the City of Barrie's Community Garden Program webpage. Lots of good information there. Alternatively, please call Service Barrie. They're happy to answer any questions.